Good morning, friends of the internet. We are back again. Today, we are going to play our E-75. We've got another platoon mate with us running today. He is running his M103. He's on that heavy-duty grind to that E5, that OP E5. So, today, I decided, you know what? I'll just jump into Tier 9 with him. Instead of dragging him in a higher tier, I figured we would, I'd roll out with my E-75. I haven't had a gameplay of this one in a while. So I felt like, two tier 9s, I think we'll just kind of go in here and bully some people. So that's what we're going to do today. Again, I love the E-75. I absolutely adore this tank. It's one of the funnest tanks. It's my most played tank in the game. As you can see in the garage slot down here where it's rated up, I've got over 1 million experience. The only thing that you can see at the other end of the spectrum is the T29 that I got 1.6 million in. So it's my second most played tank. That's how much I enjoy this tank. So let's go ahead and jump to a match, shall we? All right, guys. So looks like we got a 5120, a Conqueror 103, and a T10. Those are the only tiers that are really going to bug us right now, okay? But we're pretty much set up the same exact way. I mean, we got a couple M103s, me, and then a 21 or a 5120 as well. Now, at this particular point in the game, when I looked at those, I told my platoon mate, you know what? I am just going to muscle my way through town. I am not stopping. I am going to go straight to town. I saw the guys that was going with us, and I said, you know what? Let's just push through this town, right through the middle, and just stay going. I said, I am not stopping. We've got the 5120 coming with us, my platoon mate and me, and you can see a bunch of other tanks. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try to push as hard as I can. Here rolls up the T10 alongside me. Now, the key to this battle is this. This is going to be short and sweet, but I wanted to show you an example of what I get very frustrated at tanks sometimes about. Is lack of map awareness. Look at our team. Our whole team is pushing this side. At this point, that's why I'm saying we got to push through, because we just got to roll whatever's there, because our team is not spreading themselves out across the map, okay? If I can say anything about playing tanks is 80% looking at your map and about 20% is playing the actual shooting up of the tanks, okay? My map pings, I look at the map, and I see that the light tank has spotted tanks on the right-hand side. We haven't seen nothing yet. Did you see that map? I saw a bunch of heavies and nothing over here. So at this point, I'm telling him, we got to shake a leg. I'm not going to stop. I told him I'm not going to stop. So if I can tell you anything, if any strategy of playing this game, you're going to look at the map and predict where people are going to be on the map, you can control the engagement. Now, we could have just rolled up here, parked by some buildings, peeked corners, side scraped, waited until we saw somebody. But by looking at the map and counting how many tanks I saw over there, I knew that they were light on this side. That's why I told them, let's just roll out. Let's just stay going, stay on the move. I took one shot at that 5120, and I'm not stopping. I'm reloading. I'm just going to keep motoring. I look at the map. I see that they're pushing. The 5120 gets taken out, and I continue to push. I'm not stopping. One of two reasons. I know that there's no one over here really, but there's possibly Artie on the other side of these buildings that could have had an eye on me just at that point and started flinging rounds. But the Artie didn't come. So I'm using this real little ridge line here of this road for cover. I see the IS-3.
Enemy exposed.
I notice he's on the other side of the track. The Hammer, he crest. So at this point, I'm going to step on the flag, put my toe in it just to let him know, hey, we're here, and hopefully they'll start to fall back. The T-54 lightweight shows itself. I come around the corner. I stop. I'm going to wait till I get a good shot into him. I haven't seen that artillery. I don't want this 54. I don't want this 54 lightweight to get around me, but I just ignored him and kept going. So at this point, I let my platoon mate, I told him, get on the base, and I'm going to push him and make him shoot at me. So the strategy I'm trying to employ there is not to just let them sit there and continue to reset the cap, reset the cap, reset the cap. So I just continue pushing at these guys. I'm trying to wiggle my tank back and forth. I know I'm detected. I see the artillery. I don't have a shot at them. The hammer tracks me. So I just burned the repair kit. I got to keep the pressure on. Thank God I did, because I got tracked again. So I put a shot into the hammer. It fixes. I continue on the move. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put pressure on them so that they'll keep off those guys at the cap. I want them to be more concerned pointing their cannons at me instead of resetting the cap. I continue to push. The hammer tracks me again. He's trying to get away. The arty flings around at me. I go ahead and I burn another repair kit to stay on the move. One more shot into the hammer, and that's game. That shows you right there how to have map awareness. Thank God our team went ahead and followed us through, and we went ahead and we pushed. If I can say anything about this game, we still did 2,652 in damage, and look how short the game was. We blocked 2,000. We assisted in 2,000. But if you have map awareness in this game and you see the cards that are being laid out in front of you and you actually play out that hand, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks is all they lost. 6 tanks. They had 9 tanks left in the game and they lost. We was top of the damage on the leaderboard, which I'll take. But that just shows, like, we could have, like I said, we could have ran up into town. We could have hid. We could have just sat there. We could have waited and let them continue to push around. We shot 6 shots and did 6 pins and did 2,600 in damage. And the game was over quick. But if we would have just stayed there in that town and kept peekabooing, that would have given them time to flood our base, and then it would have been a base race. So when like I said, when I had the map awareness to see what was going on, I went ahead and I made the call and we said, let's push. So if I can say anything, spend a lot of time predicting what's going on the battlefield by looking at your map. If you do so, you can make those judgment calls of where things are going to be. The minute I hear a ping on the map, I'm counting how many tanks are over there. And when I knew that their heavy side of their tank was over there, I just said, I'm pushing. I'm just pushing straight through. And that's what you have to do in this game. So if I can give any advice today, always look at your map. Always realize what's going on and have that broad scope of what's happening on the battlefield, and then make your predictions and then play according to how the map plays. Don't get tunnel vision in a one-on-one fight with somebody. Always look at your map and always make them pushes when you need to make those pushes. So great game for us. Like I said, this was a short one, guys, but I wanted to share that to you. That's been kind of weighing on my mind. You know, how some of the players that I find in World of Tanks on Xbox, they don't really understand the motto of looking at the tank or looking at the maps. And I wish more people would like adapt that philosophy, because it makes your gameplay fall in place a lot better if you can make those right predictions. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting new YouTube content and we're live streaming. If you haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out, be part of the audience. And if you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons. So until next time, guys, we'll see all your faces out on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.